All right, all right, all right. I love coming to y'all right after a savage fight. I love it. I love it. It's so soon after the fight that there's not even any photos uploaded to Google of the fight yet. So I have to give y'all the face-off photo. It is what it is. But this is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA, and I'm here to talk about my girl Gillian Savage Robertson. She goes out here and whoops Luana Pinhiero's ass. Now, let's start with round one. So Robertson goes out here looking big and assertive, staying in Luana Pinhiero's face, cutting off the cage, landing some good strikes. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I think Gillian looked very big and confident in round one. She's bigger than a lot of these strawweights because, coming down from 125, she looks big and muscular in there, and I like it. She looked a lot more confident in her strikes. She looked a lot more confident in her pressure, fighting forward. She was a little more aggressive than normal. Gillian is a very patient fighter, so sometimes you see Gillian not necessarily not coming forward, but not being as assertive with the strikes. But this time out, she felt confident. Like I said, guys, a big puncher is tailor-made for Gillian Robertson. There was nothing that Luana Pinhiero could really hit Robertson with that I think would deter Robertson like that. You'd have to really hit Robertson to stop her momentum coming forward. But Robertson attempted a couple of takedowns in the first round. Good takedown defense by Luana Pinhiero. Gillian also, what she did was coming out of those, when she had Pinheiro against the cage, coming out of those clinch situations, she was landing shots, which that's a new tool I've kind of seen being added to her game. In the last few fights. Not if she can't 100% get the takedown and she exits from that clinch situation, she's throwing strikes, whether it's a kick, whether it's an elbow. And she came over the top and landed a nice elbow on Luana Pinhiero. It was nice. Luana Pinhiero was doing a good job, though, that when Gillian would enter the space, would enter striking range, she was always kind of putting something out there for Robertson, whether it was a jab or an uppercut or something like that, and she was landing them. Robertson, however, was doing a good job with the kicks, man. Like I said, she's been very kick heavy, in her striking approach. Her striking is just evolving so much over the years. We're talking about a fighter who would go 3 rounds. Like when I forgot if it was Veronica Macedo or if it was Molly McCann. We got late into the second and third round, and they were like, Gillian Robertson's only landed 3 punches or 3 strikes, period, in the whole entire fight. It was a bunch of grappling and positional, and things like that. And she's still that fighter, but she's starting to be more confident with the strikes. And it seems like her strikes of choice are kicks, because she was softening up that lead leg of Luana Pinhiero, and a couple of times Luana Pinhiero's lead leg buckled because Robertson was landing that low calf kick. That's really been a thing that she's been doing. You've seen it a lot in the Michelle Waterson fight, in a couple the Poliana Viana fight as well. Robertson just touching that lead leg, man, and it paid dividends in this fight. Coming out in round 2, Luana Pinhiero, she looked, I can't quite remember if there was a takedown situation in round 1. I think there was. I'm fresh off the fight, but, you got to go back and watch it again. But I know in round 2 coming out, Pinhiero looked confident in the strikes. Her coaches told her to be more confident, like hit her. And you've seen Robertson struggle a little bit to close the distance. You've seen Robertson eat a lot of strikes in round 2. Because Luana Pinhiero turned it up. I think Gillian got a takedown late in round 2. Yes, she did get a takedown late in round 2. And then going into round 3, she closed that distance and, got a little bit more control time in the round and was able to land some good elbows and some good ground and pound and, try to lock up some submission. There was some scrambling situations going on in round 3 where Pinhiero was trying to reverse the position. And Robertson just rode right through with that, with those positions that Luana Pinhiero was trying to reverse. Shout out to Pinhiero, man, for showing, that she can grapple too. But Robertson was just leagues ahead of her on the ground, and everything she was trying to do, Robertson was a step ahead of her. So she could never really catch Robertson in anything Robertson came close a couple times with, threatening arm bars and threatening a rear naked choke. She had to fight for it, man. She had to drag Luana Pinhiero down to the ground. She's known more for dragging and pulling her opponents down to the ground versus, somebody like a Tatiana Suarez who, power double legs and single legs. She'll grab, uses those more wrestling based techniques to get you down versus Robertson. She'll hook, get an underhook and hook that leg and drag you to the ground. So it's, more of a jiu-jitsu style. Of course, that's what we are to expect from Robertson. But she had to work, man. You know what I'm saying? And as she goes up the ladder, it's going to be harder and harder for her to finish these girls. But even, in this fight right there, somebody who she couldn't quite get the finish on, she was still able to beat them convincingly 2-1. And that's just a great showing, man. Great growth I see in every time she comes out with the striking. She looks much better every fight. And maybe 115 really is her home. I felt some type of way about her dropping down from 25 because she had started putting together a streak at 25. And then when she went down to 15, I felt some type of way about it. But this seems to be her home, and for once in her life, she's got a size advantage over these girls. And Luana Pinhiero, to me, is one of the bigger strawweights, but Robertson just looked much bigger, much wider, and much more muscular and much stronger. And you could see it in the clinch. And when they were clinched up, man, Robertson was just way stronger than Luana Pinhiero, was able to manipulate her in the clinch. And Robertson was down on herself about this performance because she didn't get a finish. It is what it is. That's a great standard for her to keep for herself. She said she beat Ronda Rousey's record for submissions. Now she's chasing Charles Oliveira. So I love it. I love every bit of it. But a message to the 115 division. The Savage is coming, okay? The Canadian Strangler is coming. And Luana Pinhiero learned tonight what it was like to try to grapple with the Canadian Strangler. So she learned her lesson tonight, and she's going home with an L and a knot on the side of her head. So it is what it is. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys thought about the fight. It was I heard 29-27 and 29-28. We was looking for if it's a decision, I want to hit at 30-27 with Robertson, but it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think about the Canadian Strangler going out here and whooping some ass. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like, hit that dislike. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and your boy is out.